How to create amazing backgrounds with the Affinity Photo's equation filter and procedural texture filter. Something like this. I'm just going to use one of the circles as an example. The others were created earlier using exactly the same approach. All starts with a basic circle shape. I'm going to use the procedural texture filter to create the fill. You could also use a gradient. Filters menu, colours and procedural texture. Go to the top of the panel and select a preset. I'm going to use one of my presets, but you can use any of the presets that come with Affinity Photo. You can find out more about the presets via my other tutorials. I'm going to use my colour rings preset. You can edit the equations, just change some of the settings, some of the functions, change the values of the custom inputs. Interactively, you can modify the origin point of the effect just by dragging on the design. Once you're happy with your design, just click apply. If you change your mind, you can always reapply the procedural texture filter. All the other designs started out exactly the same way with that circular design. All have been modified by the equations filter. Using the equations filter creates a vast number of unique designs. Go to the filters menu, then distort, go to the bottom and equations. The equations panel will appear. Select polar for the coordinate system. So instead of X and Y, you'll have R and T. In the T field, enter 100 times A plus B times COS, bracket 30 times T, bracket, times SIN, bracket, C times 10 times T, bracket. Go to the parameters A, B and C and just change the values. Experiment. Many variant designs can be created. You don't have to use that equation. You can create your own. You can find out more in the Affinity Photo help. Once you're happy with your design, click apply. Go to the tools, select the ellipse shape, create a circle. It is a vector shape, but as soon as you apply the filter, it will turn into a pixel layer. You can use procedural texture again, or perhaps use a different filter. Go to filters menu and colours and procedural texture. Go to the top of the panel and select a preset. Use the same preset as before, perhaps with different settings. Change the origin point for the effect. Change some of the custom inputs. Once you're happy, click apply. Go to the filters menu and distort and equations. Set the coordinate system to polar. Go to the T field. Type that equation again, or perhaps create your own. Probably easier to copy it when you previously used it and then paste it into the T field. Sadly, equations doesn't have presets. You can also edit the equation, so maybe put times SIN bracket C times T times 20 bracket. There is a slight change to the circle. There are a number of other functions you can use, such as SQRT, etc. Change the parameters until you're happy. Click apply. You don't have to use just circles. You can use squares, stars, hexagons, as well as your own vector designs. Go to the layer menu and merge visible. You can then manipulate that layer using other filters as well as colour adjustments. Hope you found this tutorial of interest. I'm always adding new tutorials about Affinity Photo, so please subscribe to the Graphic Extras channel. Please add a comment or two, as well as a dislike or like. Thank you very much.